Okay, everyone, in this video, I'd like to give you a quick little overview of how this style of tote sheet works. I'm calling this the score to worksheet version. You'll see it up here in the title, copy of tote sheet S to W. So this is type in your scores over here on the tote on the left, and it will then take those scores and move them right over here to the tote sheet or to the worksheet over here on the right-hand side of this tote. So what you're going to do is if you like this style, you're going to go to the website, find the image that matches this one, click it. It will then prompt you to make a copy of the tote sheet for yourself. Once you click accept, it'll make a copy, and then you'll have this exact same looking document up here, or at least one that looks very similar based on the organization that you're adjudicating. So the first thing I would recommend you do is go up here to the title at the top. It says copy of, and if you click up here, you'll be able to customize this to a more memorable title. I would recommend either titling it for the show that you're going to be evaluating, or the season that you're working in, or the circuit that you're adjudicating for, something like that, so that you're able to track it down later. After that, the first thing that you want to do before you get to the contest is to populate all this information up here in the top in row 1. So there's a space here for judge, caption, show, and date. And really all you have to do is click on that cell, type in your name, and it adds that information into each one of these cells. So do that. That way you'll be able to remember which show is which, and the date and the caption. After that, what you're going to do is take a look over here at what I call the tote sheet on the left. And this is where we're going to type in the ensemble names of those that are competing at today's event. So again, I'm going to do this before I ever get to the contest. Today, we're going to be evaluating 3 schools. It's going to be Washington High School and Adams High School and Jefferson High School. So that's all you have to do is manually type in all of their names over here, and then everything's pretty much set up and ready to go for you. The other thing I would recommend is right now we have generic caption names, subcaption 1 and subcaption 2, so you can customize these with whatever you're going to be working on today. Let's say this first one is artistry, and the second subcaption is going to be excellence. I don't know, they might be, it's whatever it is. Just type it in, and you'll notice that those automatically pre-populate over here to these 2 columns as well. So whatever you type in over here on the tote sheet will move to the worksheet for you. All right, so that's all the pre-setup that you need to do. Now we're going to fast forward to the beginning of the contest. The groups are taking the floor or the field. You're evaluating their performances, and now we're going to go ahead and start to use this. So Washington High School is done with their performance. It is now time to award them a score in artistry. We are going to award them a 91 today. So we're going to go ahead and type in 91. You'll see once you do, it color codes this blue because that's a box 5 number. And then you'll see automatically it takes whatever you put into column B and it populates it over here into the worksheet for you. We can do the same thing over here for excellence. Their excellence number today is going to be an 88. And you'll see that's a box 4 number, so it's color coded green. And they popped it over here into the worksheet as well. Now Adams High School takes the floor or the field. They perform. We're now going to award them a number. They're going to be an 87 in artistry. And you can see we now have this little visual representation over here on the worksheet so that we can actually see the spread guidelines and see the relative difference between those two. And then in excellence, they were actually a little bit better than Washington today. So they're going to score it an 89. I want you to notice that this still color codes the boxes they're in, but it is also doing live ordinals for you. So you can see Washington has your highest artistry score, but Adams has your highest excellence score overall, with Washington as the top ensemble or the top band in overall score. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing with Jefferson. Jefferson's going to earn a 77 in artistry, so we'd expect that to be yellow for the box 3 number. But in excellence, man, they were amazing today. 99.5 was their score there. And so that puts them in first place overall in excellence, second place total in score, and you can see that they populate over here into the worksheet as well. So that's this version. You type in the scores manually, and it automatically populates the ensemble or band's name into your worksheet for you. The one other thing I want to mention is that if you are judging multiple classes today, maybe you're judging like a Scholastic A and a Scholastic Open, or maybe you're doing like 1A bands and then 2A bands, you don't need a new spreadsheet for each one of those. Instead, you can go down here to the tab all the way at the bottom. It says Tote Sheet right now. If you click on that, one thing you can do is you can rename this to be whatever you'd like it to be. And you can also click Duplicate. and it will duplicate the spreadsheet that we have. So you might want to do this before you start filling in ensemble names and scores, but basically you can make copies of this and have as many tabs as you'd like down here at the bottom. So you could set up one tab for each class that you're going to evaluate, or maybe if you're just only evaluating one class at the contest, you could make a new tab for each show and then just basically have one spreadsheet for the whole entire season. So that's it. That's how the scores to worksheet version of this tote sheet works. I hope you found this information helpful. Hopefully you've taken a look at the totes and look at this as something that you might be interested in using. If you have any feedback for me or questions for me, I would love to hear from you. You can find me on Twitter at Caleb Rothy, and you can send me an email at calebrothi@gmail.com. Thank you very much.